Animating characters with outlines can be tricky. Your drawings tend to fall apart as soon as things begin to move. And there are ways to avoid this by setting up the drawings correctly, but it involves using perfect circles and aligning your rig, and it's a lot of work. So in Cavalry, this is very easy to do. Here's a simple FK armor rig, which you can download from the description. It's just an upper arm, lower arm, and fist. And this has been set up for rotations. And right now, everything has an outline, which is of course not what we want. We want one outline for the entire arm. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the outlines for the arms for now. The shirt is fine, that's a separate object. And we first want to make one shape out of this entire arm. And to do that, you can go to your upper arm and then go to deformers and use the Boolean deformer. Right now, this clipping shapes box is empty. We're going to drag in our lower arm first. Now our arm disappears. We need to do two things. We first of all need to go to our Boolean and set the clipping shape to union instead of intersect. And now you can already see that this is one shape. We still have the shape of the original lower arm, so I'm just going to make this invisible. There we go. Now there's something strange happening with the fist here, so let's add this as well. So go here, again set this to union. And now we have one shape, and we have the advantage that we can still rotate this. And now if you want an outline, just go to your upper arm. That's basically the only shape out of these three that's visible, and enable the stroke. And you can still use these layers, even though they're invisible, they're still driving the position. So that's your outline. Now when the arm is bending, it would be nice to get a fold here, but when the arm is stretched, I don't want a fold there. So that's also something that's relatively easy to set up in Cavalry. I can go to my lower arm, make this visible again. Let's make the fist invisible. Then go to the fill, disable the fill, and enable the stroke. And just to make it easier to see what's happening, I'm going to make this red for now. So that's my separate stroke. And what I can do now is I can go to the stroke settings and go to the trim. And trim this somewhere over here. This endpoint doesn't matter too much. This is the main endpoint you want to set up. So this is probably too far because the arm is now stretched, so I would want this to be a little bit closer to here. Something like that. And we just want to make sure that whenever the arm is bending, that it doesn't reach this point. So you can always make it a little bit longer to be safe. This is obviously more than enough. We don't want it to conflict with the fist, so somewhere in the middle is fine. And now when we rotate our arm, you see that our new stroke becomes visible at a certain point of rotation. When you look closely, this is a little bit ugly, so we can go into the stroke and set the cap style to round. It's a small detail, but it gives it a little extra touch. And then we can go to the stroke, set it to black again. And there we go. That's our functioning rig, complete with the outline and the additional stroke. And this is an FK rig, but this would work for an IK system as well. Also keep in mind that we have an hierarchy here, but you don't need this hierarchy. You can drag any shape anywhere into your Boolean. So far we've focused on the outlines, but this method has other advantages, for example, for shading as well.